I'm making Japanese school lunches at home, and today we're having some chicken katsu. It's basically just deep fried chicken that's coated in panko breadcrumbs. In my opinion, I think it's a lot crispier and flakier than your typical fried chicken. All of that fried food calls for some cabbage. I sliced some into thin strips, boiled them, and then poured in my homemade sweet soy sauce mixture. You all know how I feel about soup. On today's menu, we're having miso soup. More likely than not, it's tofu with wakame seaweed inside. I like spinach more than wakame, and you're more than welcome to yell at me in the comments for not making it the same way your grandma does. There's nothing wrong with plain white rice, but sometimes you have to switch things up, you know? I mixed in a sour pickled plum with shiso for a fun twist. Side note, I didn't know that some oranges are green. It's not sour. This one is incredibly sweet. Does that make it a green? I'm sorry. I know that was a bad joke. What does school lunch look like in your country? I'm making Japanese school lunches at home, and today we're having a beef over rice bowl called gyudon. It's basically thinly sliced pieces of onion and beef cooked in a sweet soy sauce mixture. It's eaten over rice, so you'll want to use some of the juices to season the white rice. The first side dish is a persimmon. I've actually never tried one until coming to Japan, and they're eaten a lot in this season. After trying one for the first time, I'm not surprised. It's been getting a little chilly, so I'm gonna make a warm soup. The soup for school lunch isn't anything fancy. To be honest, I think of it as a great way to cook a ton of vegetables, which is a big component of Japanese school lunch. Last but maybe least, depending on who you ask, milk is a must. This is the kind of school lunch you'll want a second serving of. I can't blame you though. I'm making Japanese school lunch at home, and today we have curry and rice. It's important to add the and rice part because there are many different dishes that use curry in Japan. I have respect for those who make the roux from scratch, but the blocks taste great and save so much time. Fun fact, this is the most popular lunch in Japan. I'm gonna also make a salad with carrots, cucumber, and cabbage. A little salt draws out the moisture, making them softer. I'm simply pouring over my homemade sauce. Let me know if you want the recipe. This next dish is my favorite. It's basically a can of mixed fruits with mochi. I don't know why, but the sweetness of the fruits with the chewiness of the mochi pairs super well together. If you know, you know. You'll want to add a little bit of the fruit juice too. Here in Japan, milk is served with every school lunch. What do they drink in your country? I'm making Japanese school lunch at home, and today we have udon noodles. I mixed tofu with some veggies to make this soup. Udon goes on top last because it cooks so fast. Udon is a lot thicker and chewier than most other noodles. On the side, I'll have a croquette. It's basically just deep fried and coated with breadcrumbs. I'm mixing potatoes with ground beef, onions, and spices. I shape them into little bowls and lightly place them in some oil. Once they're golden brown on both sides, remove them and then cover them with your favorite sauce. This is bulldog sauce. When I worked at a middle school in Japan, we had rice with every single meal. It didn't matter if we already had noodles and potatoes. I'm cooking for myself today, so no thanks. But I will take some fruit and milk. This is what I call a good meal. I'm making Japanese school lunch at home, and today we have fish, miso soup, rice, and stinky beans. But let's take all of these one at a time. When you add pork to miso soup, it turns into tonjiru, which literally translates to pork soup. I added a lot of vegetables because me, myself, and I could use a lot more vitamins. This is natto. If you've been following me for any more than a minute, you probably know just how addicted I am. For school lunch, they usually leave it in the pack, but I'm feeling fancy. This is horse mackerel. It's a type of fish, not a type of horse, although that would be kind of cool. I marinated mine in a miso ginger wombo combo. Most people grill them, but today I put mine in my easy bake oven. Finally, we have the milk. This is probably one of the simplest yet tastiest Japanese meals out there, and you can't convince me otherwise.